Hi YouTube, it's Jen with the 5 Awesome Musicians, and it's Tuesday, November 4th, 2014, and I'm excited to be here with you today to talk a little bit about quite a few things: the holidays, a conference I went to, and a paper that I'm working on writing. So today is election day, and I voted this morning. I encourage you all to go out and vote if you haven't. Exercise your right as an American to cast a vote. Also, last week was Halloween. I was in St. Louis at a conference, the CMS conference in St. Louis, and I wasn't able to really celebrate Halloween. However, the conference was amazing. So I'm also working on a philosophical paper for my philosophy and music education course, and I'm writing a paper on pluralism, which sounds like a really fancy topic, but I want to share some thoughts with you today about that and some connections to practicing the holidays in the classroom and what we might be able to think about that and how we might be able to help our students. So I want to share with you today some work from, and it's going to be backwards, but this is the cover of the book. It's a book by Maxine Green called Releasing the Imagination: Essays on Education, the Arts, and Social Change. And this book is really not a super easy read, but it's very fruitful in ideas that you can pull out of it. So that being said, I'd like to share with you a couple passages in this today, and then talk to you about what that might mean for our classrooms. So Maxine Green says, "No one can predict precisely the common world of possibility we will grow to inhabit, nor can we absolutely justify one kind of community over another. Many of us, however, for all the tensions and disagreements around us, would reaffirm the value of principles like justice and equality and freedom and commitment to human rights, since without these we cannot even argue for the decency of welcoming. Only if more and more persons incarnate such principles, choosing to live by them and engage in dialogue and accord with them, are we likely to bring about a democratic pluralism and not fly apart in violence and disorder." Then she goes further to say, "We want our students to be articulate, with the dialogue involving as many persons as possible, opening to one another, opening to the world. And we want our children to be concerned for one another as we learn to be concerned for them. We want to achieve friendships among one another as each one moves to a heightened sense of craft and wide awakeness, to a renewed consciousness of worth and possibility." So then she finishes it with saying, "Yes, we need to seek this power, the unexplored power of pluralism and the wonder of an expanding community." So as our classrooms become more and more diverse, with students from different ethnicities, cultures, religions, family dynamics, all sorts of different things, and great wealth of differences, how do we embrace that as educators? And how do we help our students pull together in one? As Maxine Green was talking about, we want our children to be concerned about each other. We want them to achieve friendships among one another and work together. So how do we accomplish that in the classroom? One way is by helping students develop respect for differences and embracing the differences, and accepting the differences. Not so much within the concept of a cultural melting pot. Cultural melting pot kind of describes how we all are Americans and we're all the same. And even though we do have some similarities, we also need to embrace people's differences and highlight what it is that makes us unique. So, in thinking about Halloween last week, I was thinking about students who don't celebrate the holiday and what that means for them in our classrooms, because lots of times we do activities, learning activities that are related to the holidays, and lots of classroom teachers are doing holiday activities. Now in some schools these have been phased out. And I realize that. However, many schools are still practicing many holiday things, and many music teachers are doing things related to the holidays. Now, some students cannot participate in certain holidays. There are other students who do not celebrate holidays at all. And since today's election day, I'll also point out the fact that some students also do not celebrate anything patriotic. Our students who are of certain religions, especially Jehovah's Witness, do not put anything before their God. So for them to do patriotic music is problematic for them, and something that is not acceptable in their culture. And although to some of us that might seem somewhat foreign, it's something that we need to respect within our students and their needs and their culture. So how can we do this in a way that's meaningful to our students within what's going on in culture and society, but yet respect their individuality? And that's kind of where pluralism is coming in here, how we maintain that unique cultural identity within the larger context of culture. So I'm not going to really discuss specifics, because I think that you have to decide as an educator what your students' needs are and be responsive to their needs and responsive to their cultural identity. You need to be aware of their cultural identity, and you need to uphold their differences in ways that are meaningful to all of the students. So it might mean making decisions such as not celebrating holidays or celebrating a diversity in holidays. We're coming upon the winter season, and some schools still do Christmas concerts. Well, not everyone celebrates Christmas, so we could do a holiday concert, or we could even do a winter concert and highlight the diverse cultures within our students in the classroom. So just a little fodder for thought today, and ways that you can help your students embrace themselves, their own identity, and embrace the identity of other students around them. So in leaving with that, those are some deep thoughts for today, but that's kind of what's on my plate, and I'm getting ready to write this, finish up writing this big paper. So thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you today, and I hope you all have a great week. And please, if you have some thoughts or questions, feel free to post them below. That's all for today. See you next week.
5 awesome musicians with an X that's just our way, and that's what makes us awesome. What else can I say?